catch me up. What's going on with the latest?
Well, we've been doing, probably almost 100% of our business is all wholesaling. And I think we got it pretty well down as far as, Subto wholesaling. I think it took us a long time to get there, but I think we're there. We have it all worked out. Could we still learn more and change things? Absolutely. But we've changed so much in the last year to make that part of our business, I don't want to say run on its own, but almost run on its own. With the major help of the gentleman on here with us, Jonah. He's our what? Jesus, I just drew a blank. Cody. He's our Cody. Jonah is our Cody.
Yep.
On steroids.
Oh, I hope to be him one day. But
what we're trying to do and learn is Jonah and I are really working on building, obviously, the business and making it larger and bigger. And we want to try to get into wholesaling cash deals, pre-foreclosures, and hopefully what we're not sure how to do, which I think you've done a lot of. You've done a ton of fix and flips, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And you've done cash deals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've done it all. So we're not sure how to make an offer on a cash deal. I mean, you hear offer 40%, offer 60%. If it needs work, offer 40. I mean, everybody has a different formula of what they think you should do. And we just really want to try to figure out.
So, I mean, you should be, obviously, if you guys have a lead generation machine and an acquisition business, you guys can cherry pick what you want.
Absolutely.
That's the one thing I always loved about like the business, where I go, nope, I wanted to choose my own destiny on these. I want to be able to cherry pick, whether it's cherry pick the Naples house or cherry pick a house in freaking Maine. That's what I always loved about this. So that's the mentality. Is that my thing dinging all the time?
That's me. I'm putting my phone.
No problem, because I have the same one. I'm like, I think I did not.
yeah, I thought I turned mine off.
I just put on my do not disturb.
All good. So, yeah, so the cherry picking is one thing. So from what results from that is, I mean, whatever the strategy is that we need to deploy is what we do. So if it's the cash deal, and it's a cash wholesale deal, I mean, let's touch base on that first. The thing is, I only needed like 5. If you have good deals in a certain market, in a certain area, I needed like 5 people. Because at the end of the day, every Tom, Dick, and Harry you send the deal out to, they're all blowhards. None of them really even reply. None of them really actually buy. They might buy one deal a freaking year.
Yep.
Really, at the end of the day, I found out it was like 5 good, solid dudes, 5, 8, 10, whatever it is, and those were and you knew what they wanted, and then then the person I really liked, and there's still people to this day I really just. If there's a good deal, especially in New England, I already have it sold. I'm sitting there at the table. If it's me on the seller appointment or something like that, right? We lock up the deal. I already know who's going to buy this. To that point, and if you have a good deal, here you go. And for me, sometimes it's the sacrifice of a few $1,000s just to make sure that, that person's getting a good deal. I'm going to make some money, and we're moving along.
Yep.
On to the
totally
next.
Agree with that.
Yeah. So, I will say this one thing too, and I said this yesterday to one of my newer partners, is, it's on the fix and flip side of it, is my first wholesale deal I ever did was a gentleman that I'm now partners with. And we're not as partners as close as we once were, because he's he got into this wholesale business himself, but he was my buyer. And he bought almost 80% of my deals. And then the ones he didn't buy, he goes, Justin, I'm such an idiot. That thing did so good. This one was good. That's so good. And then he goes, why don't we become partners? Let's split them. You bring them, I take them down. And I said, no. My wife's like, do it. You need to do it. This guy's begging you to work with you. And then we did it. And then I had a fix and flip business where I freaking bought the deals. We got the deals. He brought the money and fixed them, flipped it, and I got 50% of it. I didn't do shit.
You found the deal.
And I found the deal. So that was like a $400,000 a year, side of the business.
Wow.
So, because it was operating, and sure, hey Dave, can I come bring my truck and trailer and do something? Or hey, this plug on the home inspection isn't working. Shit, yeah, I'll go over there. Let me help out whatever I can do. But it wasn't much. So that was me delegating and also being able to like diversify a little bit, and that was a monumental shift for me. And he did well too, and to the point where now he's like, he's kind of got into the wholesale game because he got burned out on 20 deals a year, and he's now going, hey, what do you got? Anything coming up? Anything coming up? And he still wants to do things because it was successful, and we're still friends. So that, to me, that's a win. So I guess let's circle back on that is there's only a few buyers per market. Then if you find the few of those buyers, or some of those dope, cool fix and flippers who can scale about 15, 20, 25 houses a year, that's your buyer. And then you just like, that's it. And then if they become, then that's when you pull them in and go, let me just find some deals for you. Because John, then you don't have to do the fix and flip and lose $100,000.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, although then you're going to learn the process with it. So let's say that you don't have that partnership and you don't have that friend. I honestly think that one of the biggest hacks in this business is blue collar. And I just got off the phone with one of our New England family members. She's in Vermont, and I did coaching with her. But then also at the same time, I'm just helping her. She's a friend, and she has blue collar written all over her family. Her husband's like a badass. And I said, Jen, you have the gift that not a lot of people have in this business. Like 80% of these people and our investors don't have blue collar in our back pocket where we can shift and diversify and kind of like beg, borrow, and steal to like, oh, you need a septic system? Let's just like figure out how to repair it rather than put a whole new one in. Things like that, in my opinion, is the secret. So getting around or getting that person is pivotal, because you're then relying on going to, let me paint another picture just to give you perspective. And it's my story, but it's just a perspective. So now shifting again on my side of things, right? Where I have my Dave, who I sold my first deal to, and we're still partners and we still do things from time to time. I now have Jeremy Stanley on my side, who is my plumber on this building. All the things that I've done locally here, Jeremy has been like a pivotal role for the last 5 years as a service provider to me. Now he's such a solid human that he's like, I'm done. Like, he makes $2 million a year, and he's like, I fucking hate plumbing. I hate dealing with the guys. Let me do what you're doing too. Let's do it together. So I go, all right, I'll find the deals. We get the deals together. I go, bro, I can't go on these projects anymore. I cannot be there. He's like, that's fine. I'll do them. I'll go. So he's running the construction on some of these other fix and flips, or we're doing burrs now, buy and hold burrs. So again, I just wanted to give you a perspective of finding my who and then setting them up. You have the generation, the lead magnet.
Oh yeah.
It's finding the right freaking people to diversify. I don't want you flipping. I think you need to flip, but it's just a who.